Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've already met me, my name is Lucas. For those of you who haven't, my name is also Lucas. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so thrilled you're here. A little bit about my day today, or just like a little bit about me. Today has been crazy. I've had a lot of rehearsals. I've had like 2 classes. I literally am running on 2 hours of sleep. I need to go to bed, but I can't take a nap because I have class later, so I'm here with my coffee. I also have a stomachache, so I really shouldn't be drinking the coffee. But like, coffee is a man's best friend in this moment, in this dire moment of just need for energy. So I'm drinking it anyways in hopes that I will not die and that I will remain energized for the rest of my day, which we'll see how that goes. But other than that, you guys, I'm really happy to be busy. Like, things are finally going well in LA for me. It's been like a cute, I want to say a little over 2 months since I got back from a job in China. So like, I'm just now starting to pick up the pieces of my life and put them back together, which has been really, it's been really excellent because things have been floating and flying around and driving me insane for pretty much 2 months straight. So finally I'm like, anyways, so today's topic is something that's really close to my heart, and I want to talk about it because despite all the things that are going on in my life, I'm in a good mood, and I just think it's really important that I get this information out there, especially because I don't think that there's enough resources, especially on this topic, and it is something that I'm really passionate about. And this topic that I'm going to talk about is the factors that I think you should consider when you're trying to make the decision between going to college for something like dance or moving straight to a city to begin your career. The reason it's so close to my heart in the first place is because I went to school. I went to the University of Arizona for about 1.5 years before deciding that it wasn't right for me, and I left to move straight to LA. I'll be doing a video about that probably in the near future, so like, stay on the lookout. Gaga. I just want to start this whole conversation by saying, first of all, that there is no right or wrong answer. Everybody is going to be in a different place with a different set of circumstances, different factors going into their decision making, so there's no right or wrong answer. But I just think these things that I want to present to you are important things that I think you should consider when making this decision that I don't know if you've thought about, and just from a perspective of someone who has been on both sides and has seen what both worlds are like. Oh no. Fruit fly be gone. I'm consistently at war with flies. Like, I feel like they're always just around me, and I like make it my life's goal to destroy them, and they taunt me. Anyway, so let's just get into it, and we'll kind of discover together as we go along. So the first big one, and I think it's a pretty obvious one, is your financial ability. A lot of people really want to go to school, but they don't have any money, and to go to school, they're gonna have to take out thousands of dollars of loans. And I just want to throw out there that if you're gonna graduate college and then go to a city and become a dancer with thousands of dollars of debt, the reality is you're not gonna be making billions of dollars as a dancer, because the first couple years of your career are gonna be spent networking and building that career. You're not just gonna walk in and make all the money. And if you have this looming debt that's collecting interest over your head, growing by the day, that you can't pay back, like, girl, what you doing? Like, I have some debt, and it's not a lot, but it's enough that I'm still, even me, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna pay this back? I just think that unless your parents are paying for it or someone is paying for it and you're not gonna have to pay that back with an obscene amount of interest, maybe you want to consider saving up for a year to move straight to LA. On the other hand though, you don't want to go straight to LA if you have no money. I moved to LA with $1,500 to my name and 1 credit card which had a credit limit of $750, which was gone like in 3 days. And you can do that. Everybody that I told that I was doing that was like, you're insane, don't do that. I did it anyways. I definitely hit rock bottom a couple times, but I'm still here. I do think though that if you want to move to LA, having a financial cushion to soften your landing in LA and give you more time for you to be able to go out and network and take class and spend time auditioning and not be stressing about money, that is really valuable. So you just want to weigh your situation carefully and plan. There's nothing wrong with staying back a year where you are and building your financial resources a little bit so you can afford yourself a cushion when you get to a city. Number 2. This is another pretty obvious one, but it's just something that I think you need to be honest with yourself about, and that is your dance ability. Listen, if you're trying to be a contemporary or jazz dancer and you can't do a single pirouette because you've only been dancing for 3 years, girl, you ain't gonna book that job. Like, you need to be realistic with yourself. Can you pick up choreography? Can you give good movement quality? Are you the caliber dancer that's gonna be dancing for artists on stage with thousands or millions of people watching you? Because those are the jobs that you're going to be going up for, and you're going to be going up against the best talent in the world. So if you're not measuring up yet, that's okay. Be honest with yourself. Maybe go to college. Maybe find a place to train that works for you so that you can build yourself up and get yourself to a place where you're like, okay, I think now I'm really ready. I'm ready to take on LA. It's always a good idea to visit LA too, if possible, so that you can get an idea of what you're up against and the kinds of classes that you're going to be taking and the kinds of choreography that you need to be picking up. The more you can educate yourself in terms of, what you're going to be working in, the better. So I just think if you're someone who needs a safer place to train and you need it to not be involved in the industry, I think going to college might not be a bad thing for you. Or maybe like a professional semester at like Edge or Broadway Dance Center, something like that. Like the Scholly program's great. Just look into other options before you go straight to college. It's just really important to check in with yourself and be realistic with where you're at before you make that decision. Number 3, and this is maybe a less obvious one, but it's a really big one, and that's like your emotional maturity. If you're the kind of person whose parents made their bed every single night for them and did all your laundry and did all your chores and all your grocery shopping and you don't know how to do any of that for yourself, are you ready to handle taxes, finding your own location, paying rent, paying bills, like taking care of your shit? Because that's a part of living here. You have to think, I'm gonna be an adult now. I know several 18-year-olds who are not ready, to say the least, to live on their own and be an adult. But I also know some people who are like,
I'm like a very old soul, and like I was put on this earth to bring people into a new age, and I am ready to take on the problems of our generation and the industry and make the world a better place.
If you're one of those almighty wisdom people who is like so beyond their years, come to LA. I know so many of those people. You need to be ready to be an adult and to do adult things and to stick up for yourself and to inherit all the responsibilities that come with being a full-fledged adult. The industry is not a forgiving place. It's not a place for you to be if you're not ready to be fully in charge of who you are as a human being. If you do feel like, maybe I'm not ready, maybe I need a place to go that's going to be safe, again, college will give you that cushion, will give you that safe place to develop yourself into someone who is mature enough to become a full-fledged adult. Okay, so number 4, and this one is like, I think it should be evident, but for some reason I don't think it is, and that's your level of passion. And in college, I used to spend almost every night at the studio improvising, choreographing, working on my craft, and there would be people who are like, why are you like always in the studio? Like that's kind of like weird. Like do something else with your time. And when I was 18, 19, all I cared about was dance. And I'm not saying that you have to be someone who always puts dance first, but if dance isn't at the center of who you are and what you love, if you're not willing to give 150% of yourself to your craft and your career, the odds are you're not going to do that well in LA because it's a lot of work. This career requires a level of self-engagement that I think is unmatched in most other fields. If you're going to dance just because it's what you've always done and your parents wanted you to do it, or you're just good at it but you don't really care that much, like maybe go to college. Because that might allow you to sort of enmesh dance with something else that maybe you could use to create a career for yourself, but pursuing this in and of itself requires 100% of your soul and love and being. I can't even imagine why you would want to pursue this career if you didn't feel that way, because it's not a walk in the park, it's not a cakewalk, it's work. It's work. Rewarding work, hard work, that requires all of you. Number 5, and this is something that's going to be very different for everybody, especially depends on your family and where you're at, but I think is really it's an important one to consider, and that is, do you want a degree? What are your career goals? Do you want to be a concert dancer? Do you want to work for a university eventually? Do you want a job at a major corporation that's going to require a degree? Because if that's the case, then you already got your answer. You know what I mean? Like you already know that you need that degree, so you have to go to school. But at the same time, if you're going to try to be a commercial dancer and you're spending thousands of dollars for an education at a school that is not necessarily giving you all of the direct tools that you need to go be a commercial dancer, then do you really want to be spending your time pursuing that degree? Because when you get to LA or pretty much any major city and you're auditioning for a job, I seriously doubt that any of the casting directors or choreographers are going to look at your resume and go,
oh, this person went to the University of Arizona? Why not? Like, consider that person.
No, they don't give a flying fuck. They only care about what you dance like what your look is, what your experience is, like who's on your resume, what are the names. They do not care that you spent every Monday, Wednesday, Friday sitting in dance history learning about Martha Graham. They just don't care, because at the end of the day, what's going to help them on their job, what's going to make them look good, what's going to allow them to create good work is having dancers that can fucking move and carry out their work. And if you're relying on your degree but you don't have the tools or the skills you need to be a professional dancer, then you just wasted thousands of dollars on a degree that isn't helping you in your career. And then you have debt, and you have it for no reason because you're not even like working in the field that you're supposed to be working in. That's a shitty place to be. Yeah, that was like 100% word vomit. Whoa, that like came out of me. I got so serious there for a minute. A lot of people make the decision really quickly or rashly, and it's not a little decision. It's 4 years of your life, and it's a lot of money. So you want to make that decision carefully. Don't just talk to people in college, don't just talk to people in LA, talk to everyone so you can put together like a full picture of what it is that you're going after. And if you like really do have questions, like leave a comment in the box below, like tell me your stories, tell me your struggles. I want to know, I want to help, and I can always make videos discussing different things. So the more you let me know what's going on in your life and what your struggles are, the more that I can help you and be a help to everybody else out there who's watching these videos. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I'll be back tomorrow with something maybe like a little bit more lighthearted. And please feel free to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on all social media. I will really let you guys know how my life turns out. We'll see if I survive this day. Okay guys, I love you con todo mi corazón. Hasta pronto.